Hello everyone and welcome to this afternoon showing of the High Octane Sim Series All-Star Race right here at Bristol Dirt Track. These guys are getting set to go green here in the first heat race of the day to set the starting positions for these guys. Well, spun the tires there a little bit as you saw in the start there, and these guys are going to head down out to the backstretch. 3 wide going down the backstretch as that number 89 of Matthew goes to the inside below that number 50 of Nick. While Nick tags that outside wall, Matthew's going to get a great run down the front stretch as he pulls away from these guys. About a 1.1 second lead here over second place of Matthew Wilson, who's now into that wall in that number 48. This is going to be a very treacherous race for these guys as we see the number 99 hard into that outside wall. He's trying to get that thing under control. You see quite a bit of damage to some of these cars already in this 25 lap shootout, as that number 89 car looks very clean heading into turn 3 and 4, coming across the start finish line to complete lap 3. Now these guys just completed their and the leader gets really sideways coming out of 2. These guys just completed their regular season schedule. They're now preparing to head off into the playoffs. 10 drivers locked in. And these guys are going to be shooting it out for that championship. As it looks like in this first heat we've got about 5 drivers right now. Looking at Matthew with about a 6.5 second lead, and we're going to ride on board with him, so you guys get a feel of how this track, much different than the Bristol you may be used to, where I mean, you can see the wheel work that he's having to put into this thing, and these Cup cars. Looks like we got a caution flag. Looks like I think it's probably for Zach. I saw him around on the front stretch, but number 89 Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet looks really good to start this first heat off. See if we can't go back and take a look and see what happened with Zach. He's really struggling to hold on to this thing, really dirt tracking it, for lack of a better words. And just tags that inside wall, spins him right around, and that's what's going to bring out the caution here in heat number 1. These guys much different than they're used to on an oval asphalt. It's going to be treacherous here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Yes, this is heat number 1. As these guys are, see if we can't bring us back. There we go. As they are getting rallied back up. About 19 laps to go this time by. Let's bring in, see if we can't bring in, where is, here we go. See, I'll make sure he's not racing. Yes, we're going to go and bring him in. Hey, Nick, it's Tim up at the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, if you could, for the viewers, just kind of take us through the events for today and maybe some rules that may be different than a regular season.
So normally we do stages. We're not doing stages tonight. Our heats are 25 laps. Pretty much everybody's going to be going on to the feature, I think. Yeah, everybody's going on. I asked the guys in our drivers meeting to keep pit stops to cautions only. That'll help a lot with unnecessary wrecks and stuff like that.
Right.
Other than that, the top finishing Cup driver and top finishing Xfinity driver will both either get 10 bonus points or locked into the playoffs if they're not already in the playoffs.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
Yeah, so this is the kind of last chance to get into the show.
I like that. That's very NASCAR should take a note out of that one.
Yeah,
And
so we got both series drivers out on track tonight. It's kind of fun.
yeah, that's awesome. Now, for well, I totally forgot what. Oh, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So, for the viewers watching, how does this race track differ from just a normal? I mean, from a driver's perspective, from the regular Bristol to this one, how much harder is it to get around this track?
Oh man, these cars have so much wheel speed in the rear that it's you're literally dancing on the throttle the entire corner. And as for me personally, I'm primarily asphalt only. I race dirt when I want to have fun and just don't care about anything. Um, it's hard to get out of the mindset of using the throttle to turn the car more instead of once you start sliding up the track, getting out of the throttle like you would on asphalt. And that was pretty much the whole thing I was fighting with the entire practice, was trying to reset my brain to think like a dirt driver. And
Right,
it's been a lot of fun. It drives a lot different than that regular asphalt. Regardless, if you get into the wall, you're kind of in a lot of trouble then.
right. At least you don't need aerodynamics. That's for sure.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good thing.
Well, oh man, and I'm watching the leader Matthew. He just he keeps getting so close to spinning that baby out. But good luck tonight or today. I keep thinking it's nighttime. And hopefully we'll get to talk to you in Victory Lane.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, Nick.
Yep.
And that was Nick. He'll be in heat number 2. Right now we are watching heat number 1. About 15 laps to go here at Bristol Motor Speedway. And as he said, you know, you're really going to have to, these drivers are going to have to watch that wheel spin. You know, this leader, every time I think he's going to tag that wall, but he's doing a great job of keeping it under control. Looks like he is, at this point, 10 seconds ahead of second place of Nick Schell in that black rifle number 50. And, we got a number 48 to round. Into the inside wall. No caution yet. He was off the track when he did spin. But very notable here tonight, or today, if a driver is not locked into the playoffs, they're going to get the chance to be advanced to the playoffs here tonight. And that's a unique situation when it comes to things like this on iRacing. And that's what I love about these different leagues is they all have different rules for different things throughout the season. Makes things very unique. And right now, Zach, who earlier brought that first caution, now doing a great job up to second place right now. Car is battered, but it's not keeping him out of the running here. As he's going around the 48 car of Matthew Wilson. Right now he is about 16 and a half seconds off of the leader. And these guys, man, it's going to be a wild night for sure. So we got two heats of 25 laps apiece. Oh, man. Just look at the way they're flinging that thing. Oh. Was that the leader? That was the leader. It almost got taken out by a lapped car. Matthew is very close to that outside wall. Doing a great job, though. Trying to maintain 6 laps to go here. Looks like he may lap the whole field. He's going to be a driver to watch here in the main event. Main event is going to be 100 laps here at Bristol. Oh, gets a little too low and slows down. Oh, a little too much there on that inside lane. These drivers are going to have their hands full for sure. As we look here, 4 laps to go. Matthew, you see how close he gets to the wall right there in that shot. Oh, I think he may have tagged the wall there a little bit, trying to make up the ground that he lost there earlier, lapping these guys. Right now he's running about 19.66 for his lap times, and now catching double lap traffic here as that 50 car is in third. Oh, and he's into the wall, keeps it away from the leader. Now the leader only has one more driver to lap, and that is that number 99. And I think he's led the entire race from the drop of the green flag. And now in the scoring time, I've put up their last lap. So last time by, and number 89 ran a 20.69. Meanwhile, second place ran a 20.63. And now the white flag is out, as we're going to conclude this first heat race. And your winner for the first heat is going to be Matthew Batby. Does a great job keeping that thing clean all race. We'll see if we can't get an interview with him. I don't believe... Oh, there he is. Hey, Matthew, it's Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Hey, man, you made that look easy.
Yeah.
You were able to lead that thing from the drop of the green flag all the way there to the checkered flag in that heat. Kind of, I don't want to ruin it for the anybody else that may be watching, but what can you take from that heat and take it into the race?
Well, definitely don't make as many mistakes. I got into the wall way too many times. It's so slick out there. This track's really hard. You're on the wheel 100% of the time. So, yeah.
Well, you did a great job. It's like you said, it's much different than you guys are used to. But I think you handled it pretty well. And on my end, it didn't show me you running into the wall too much. So I must have missed that.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no. I rarely run dirt, so this is totally out of my wheelhouse. I'm definitely an asphalt guy.
I've never touched it, so I would be so terrible. I'll tell you that right now. And it looks like I'm trying to find the point standings for the regular season. You are heading into the points or into the playoffs. P1 looks like. Well, actually, technically everybody's tied for points, but apparently, if you win here tonight, you get 10 extra points heading into the first playoff race. Is that? I mean, is that what your main goal is, to kind of get a head start on these guys and make it happen?
Yeah, that would be awesome. Getting the 10 extra points and getting a edge over maybe Parker and Riley or the faster guys, and yeah.
Well, I mean, winning 5 races on the season on 10 starts, I don't see you having any problems in the playoffs.
Yeah, I hope I don't.
But good luck today in your main event, and hopefully we'll be talking to you later.
Thank you.
Thanks, Matt. That was Matt Batby. He took that number 89 to victory lane once again in the first heat race. And right now we are in heat number 2. Darren right now leading in that number 45. with Dustin right behind him in that number 7. And then Nick, who we talked to earlier, in that number 22 in P3, and Robert King in P4 in that number 5. And we want to thank everybody for tuning in here this afternoon. This is High Octane Sim Series All-Star Race. Typically they race on Friday nights at 8 p.m., but they had changed their event to this afternoon at 3 o'clock. I want to thank everybody for joining us. These guys are setting up the starting grid for the All-Star Race here at Bristol Dirt. In our first heat, the winningest driver in the regular season was able to bring it home again in that first heat. And right now, in this number 45, let's take a look at those point standings again. Seeing who's in, who's out. Darren is in. On his regular season, he had 4 top 5, 7 top 10s. And it looks like he's in about 13th in the point standings when they head off into the first race next week. And he's with Tiny Dog Racing. This heat race, much cleaner than the last one. The last one wasn't very crazy, but there was a couple cautions. But these guys, right now, he's running about a 19.72, while second place is running a 20.07 with 17 laps to go. And on the line here tonight, as Nick told us during heat number 1, Xfinity drivers and Cup drivers are here tonight. And in your prospective series, if you win the race and you're not in the playoffs, you do get locked into the playoffs. And if you are in the playoffs already, you get 10 extra points to start the playoff season. So a lot on the line for guys who may have missed the cutoff, and also for those guys wanting to get a head start heading into the playoffs. And while these guys are going around, just want to give a quick shout out to one of our sponsors for the series, Captain Jack's Smokehouse Barbecue Steak, Amelia Island, established in 2019. And I'm not trying to make anybody hungry just yet, but you've got to take a look at, I personally want to try the sweet Captain Jack's barbecue sauce because it looks so good, and it sounds so good. Hickory barbecue sounds good as well. Just looking at this makes me hungry right now, and I imagine it's full of flavor. So make sure you check out Captain Jack's Smokehouse and get you some of that delicious barbecue sauce. Memorial Day's coming up. I know y'all are having those cookouts. It's a perfect opportunity. As we're now back here, looks like, we got our first caution of the heat. Let's go back and see. It looks like it might have been Robert King in that number 5. We're going to go back and take a look here, see what may have happened. Hear him off the gas quite a bit there, coming out of the corner and just gets back into it too hard, into the inside wall, and around he goes. And that's going to be the cause of our first caution here in heat number 2. Right now, these guys, 11 laps to go here tonight. And just want to make sure with Captain Jack's, you can check them out at Captain Jack's Barbecue Smokehouse.com. And I'm looking at it myself right now, and it looks delicious. I actually did not realize that it is a restaurant. You can check them out online. Got a lot of good stuff. You can find them in Fernandina Beach, Florida. So if you're ever down in Florida, you can check them out. And I'm telling you, the food looks very delicious. I'll show you the website, but you're just going to get more hungry. They got swag. All kinds of stuff. Just make sure you check them out. I want to thank them for jumping on board. As pace truck lights are still on, waiting for those to go off, so that way these guys can go back to green flag racing. Looks like we're going to go green with about 10 laps to go. I do not believe, yeah, about 9 to go. Right now, Darren is your race leader. Nick now up to second place. Looks like something happened to Dustin Sargent in that number 7. On my end, it shows he may have gotten disconnected. I'm not sure what happened there, but he was in second place. But now Nick in that number 22, able to take advantage of that in that number 22 Manscaped Chevrolet. Keeps going back up to 11 laps to go. So I think once we do... Oh, Bat B. Matthew Bat B. Thank you. I was just looking at the chat. I appreciate that. This is my first time announcing for these guys. Typically, we have a crew that handles these guys, and they probably have their name memorized. So I apologize for butchering that. Bat B. Matthew Bat B. Got it. Oh, the driver info stuff does work. Okay, sweet. Let's show. There we go. We're going to ride on board with Nick as he comes down. He's going to be challenging Darren for that lead here as he's heading off into turn 3 and 4. See, Darren gets way up high. Gets a good run off of the corner. And that causes Nick to have to fight to try to catch up to him. As you see Nick right here in second place, trying to reel that leader in. 9 laps to go, 8 this time by. And right after this, these guys are going to be setting up for 100 laps feature shootout here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Oh, Nick gets kind of high there into turn 1 and 2. Brings it back down, gets it going again. Trying to follow the tracks of that 45. Oh, tags the wall just a little bit. As we're winding down here in heat number 2. Currently about 3 seconds off the leader. Robert King back in 4th. And here is your leader. Just making it look like a cakewalk. Currently his best time is a 19.72. On his last time by, he ran a 19.78. So he's very close to his fastest lap time. So he's staying very consistent here lap after lap. As you see the battle box here right now between the... Oh, caution flag is out. Oh, very close. King almost got into second place there. Go back and take a look and see what happened there. Just in that outside wall. A lot of heavy damage to that number 5. Oh, right in front of the leader, too. As the leader, that's something you definitely don't want to see. And then second place comes up right after that. And the caution flag is out for the second time here at Bristol in heat number 2. Got about 4 laps to go. Maddox, before you go, I wanted to ask you, who's your pick to win here in the All-Star race tonight? I haven't decided who I'm going to go with yet, but our winner from heat number 1 of Matthew Batby just put the icing on the cake, took these guys to school and almost lapped the whole field in heat number 1. So we'll see what he can do in heat number 2, or I mean in the main event. 5 wins on the season. It's clear that he knows what he's doing. Just waiting for the pace truck lights to go off. There's a nice full view of the track. I'm just glad that I'm up here in the booth, not down there on the track, because I'm not very good at these dirt tracks. And you guys, you're not going to want to miss quite a few things are coming up on 10-4 Broadcasting tomorrow. We have the Sunday Night Modified Series that runs at 8 o'clock. And at 6 p.m. we have the Big Show event at Michigan. 125 laps in the trucks. The Big Show always puts on a great show every month that they run. Just really want to thank everybody for tuning in today. It's not our usual time, at 3 o'clock. And it looks like the pace truck lights are officially off. So we're going to be going back green here at Bristol. See if Nick isn't able to do something to get a jump on that number 45 and take home the W here in this second heat. Pace truck is off. Coming out of turn 4. Green flag is in the air as we've got 3 laps to go here at Bristol. And number 45 gets a great start here heading down the backstretch off into turn 3 and 4. And I really want to look at again the wheel work, or the steering wheel work that goes into this. You can see these guys just kind of trying to just maintain it through the corners, and you can hear that throttle control that Nick was talking about in this car, and I'm going to let you hear it. So it's all about how much those tires are going to be spinning, and he's doing a great job. Nick is right there, though. White flag is out, coming through turns 3 and 4. And it looks like Darren is going to be your winner here in heat number 2. Nick was very close, though, coming off of turn 4. He was right there. And now the lineup is set for the main event. And as we heard before, they want the drivers to try to keep pit stops to or they want drivers to keep pit stops to where or yellow flags happen. Sorry, I'm all over the place, but let's see if we can't get our winner from heat number 2 in here. Hey, Darren, this is Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
You guys.
Hey, man. So, yeah, winner of heat number 2. Going to have a great starting position. Being able to watch that first heat, did that teach you anything for heading into your heat, your second heat?
Yeah, I guess there was a couple things. Just trying to figure out what line they were running was mainly a issue. There at the end, I started running a line that Nick was faster in his other line, so it didn't end up. So I almost lost that one, but I mean, yeah, just looking over the first heat was just trying to figure out what line they were running.
Well, and you know what's good about the heat situation is, you know, you got to, it was kind of like almost like a test session per se for the race, and so now you know it's kind of realigning your thought process. 100 laps is a long time. Well, I mean it's not long, but I mean longer than the 25 to get to a checkered flag. So how do you change your focus from the 25 lap race to the 100 lap race, head into the All-Star race?
I mean, it's mainly, again, just figuring out a line, because if you don't run the right line here, you're most likely either going to spin out or you're just not going to be fast trying to just waddle your way around. So I guess just trying to get that top groove in, trying to run the top groove a little bit more as the run goes on, and then just try to figure out how slick the track gets and what lines to run as the race progresses on and the track gets more slicker.
Well, good luck here tonight. I keep saying tonight. Today. I keep thinking it's nighttime. Good luck, and hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of this one.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Thanks, Darren. Oh, and congratulations on your heat win, too.
Yeah, thank you.
That was Darren in that number 45, winner of heat number 2. These guys are currently doing a warm-up for the next 2 minutes. So while that is happening, I'm going to step away, grab a drink, and we'll be ready to go green flag racing here very shortly. And as Darren said, this is all about, these guys finding that sweet spot in the track, because there's everybody has a line they like to run, but with this type of situation, the back of that car is just going to step out faster than you can even process sometimes. So finding that line, you see the Stage 1 winner there, spinning around. Currently number 1 on the leaderboard. Alfred just ran a 19.63, which I believe that might be the fastest lap we've seen all night. Take a look at, the best was a 19.48 by Matthew Batby. we got about 30 seconds left here in practice. These guys are going to be getting ready to bring it in, line it up, and man, I can't wait. And warm-up has officially completed. If I'm not mistaken, your pole sitter is going to be Matthew Batby in that number 89, and then the number 45 of Darren. Going to be starting off second. And this is just going to be a race of just management, keeping the car clean, trying not to get into other drivers, get into the wall. But those types of things aren't going to, I mean, they're going to affect your car, but not like a normal asphalt track would, where you need aerodynamics. Bristol, Martinsville kind of just beat the walls off that car, and you still get it to victory lane. I've seen plenty of wrecked cars make it there, and I don't think here tonight that the winner will come away with a clean car. As the pace truck lights are off, I believe we will go green flag this time by. Will up in the chat. Yeah, unfortunately, Kayla got held up at work. It's unfortunate she wasn't able to make it. I think she would have really enjoyed this race. And, yep, a lot on the line here tonight, or today, Will. I'm so used to saying night. We're always racing at night, so my brain is not comprehending that. But pace truck is off. Green flag is about to be in the air as we go all-star racing here for either a spot in the playoffs. 45 gets a great start there. Huge jump to the lead. And now Matthew Batby is going to have to reel him in. Zach and Nick here fighting for third spot. Nick found a line that apparently other guys want to start using. Did a great job in heat number 2, and now he's going to be able to clear Zach in that number 99. And now Matthew has been able to pass the leader, 45 of Darren. You see Nick there just poking in front of his car into the screen there. And the yellow flag is out. Looks like it might have been Matthew Wilson that's going to bring that first caution of the race out. Go back and take a look. Well, it looks like he did get around a little bit there. We can't back up a little bit more to see what happened here. Oh, looks like he got, actually, you know what? The yellow might have been caused by that number 5 car of Robert King. Heading down the back stretch, we're going to see here, I'm sorry, the front stretch, turn 1 into turn 2, tags that outside wall, spins him around, and really nowhere for that 48 to go. Unfortunately, and then he just could not get it back going. So first caution out here today. I want to give a quick shout out to Captain Jack's Smokehouse down in Florida. You want to make sure you check out their website, Captain Jack's BarbecueSmokehouse.com. You can go there and order some swag. They got all kinds of things from hats, shirts. I was trying to see if you're able to order any of their sauces Doesn't look like it yet, but that doesn't mean anything. I could be wrong. But make sure you check them out. That food looks delicious. And I already had lunch, but I'm not going to lie. I would totally have some more. Back to the action on the track right now. The number 48 of Wilson is in the pits. Looks like he's getting four tires and probably getting some of that damage repaired on that 48. As Batby is still your leader. So far, their best laps right now, they're only running about 20.0s, 20.1s, but they only had about 3 laps of green flag pit stops. So they were getting dialed in, getting these cars ready to roll. Thank everybody for joining us here at the High Octane Sim Series All-Star Race. We're under our first caution of the main event. Quite a few things on the line here. Let me see who is and is not locked in for these playoffs. Take a look really quick. See, Matthew Wilson at number 48 is on the outside looking in. He's one of the guys looking to advance. Robert King is another one looking to advance. Let's see. Don't see that name, so he might be an Xfinity driver. Yeah, so these guys, green flag is back in the air here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Batby gets a great start this time, leaving that number 45 in the dust, literally. Don't have to figuratively talk about that. Robert King down and around. Might bring out our next caution flag. Yep, caution flag is out. It's gonna be it's not easy to run a season under asphalt and then come to dirt and be able to pull it off. As Robert comes down pit road now. He's gonna have a lot of damage probably to fix. Looks like, let me take a look. There's something specifically I wanted to look at for this. Everybody gets one fast repair. Looks like King actually just took that fast repair. Actually, not sure where King went. Looks like he may have retired from the race because he is no longer on my screen. As Batby is your leader. He was also your heat number 1 winner as well. Got him started on the pole position because of that win. And this time by, I expect the lights to go off of the pace truck. Also, these guys are running 78 degrees, 74% humidity, 2-mile-an-hour winds from the east. This is high octane sim racing series. This is their all-star race here tonight. Let's stick with tonight because I apparently don't know any other time of day. Laps here at Bristol go by very fast. It's before you know it, you go from lap 1 to like lap 75, and you're like, where did the time go? Because typically you're running on the asphalt, you're running really quick times. But the fact they are on dirt, it is going to be a little bit slower. They're running about 19s, 20s between each other. As I believe the pace truck is going to dive down pit road and green flag. Nope, just kidding. I saw them getting lined up, so I thought that was what was about to happen. But now the pace truck lights are off, so we're going to be going back green flag racing here. Green flag is in the air, and great start again for Matthew. Oh, but he's in the wall. That's going to slow him up here heading into turn 1 and 2. F45 is on the inside, but not enough to get next to him and challenge him for first place yet. Batby got a great run out of the corner, but he just smacked the wall heading into turn 1 off of that green flag restart. Go back in the field. Zach. Oh, we just come back here just in time. Zach is down and around. Keeps it off the wall. Caution flag is out. It does look like officially Robert King did retire from the race. Looks like he's going to finish P8. I want to give a huge shout out to Ian. I love Mountain Dew, so and I love Mountain Dew Baja Blast. So to me, I love this paint job. Period. Guy we haven't talked about much is Nick Chanel. If you want the racing tonight, oh okay, yeah, I'll get you. I'll bring you up here, King. Let me go switch over to Discord. Hey, Robert, this is Tim up at the booth. You got a copy?
I got you loud and clear, bud.
Hey, man, what happened there?
I didn't want to ruin the race for any of the other guys. I've raced with these guys all season. The car was not working the way I wanted it to. Honestly, if I could have held the car the way I wanted it to, I would have been fine. I normally race E305s, the 360, stuff like that. I normally have no problems on dirt, but this track with cup cars, completely different style setup. Just the cars completely different, and it feels really weird coming in with these cars, especially the next gen, where I know they just raced there and everything else. I'm not used to the car yet. I'm still trying to learn the next gen car. I'm still used to the Gen 6s.
Yep.
Considering we're changing over next season, that's sort of why they did the All-Star race the way they did, which I understand completely. Like, I don't even have a paint set up for today's race. Like, I actually had to go and find a paint, because normally my painter would have had a paint done by now, but I didn't have
time to inform my painter, because I didn't know about this until last minute because it just wasn't set up yet, from what we were understanding.
No,
But
that's understanding. But like you said, these cup cars, they just handle so different on this dirt. But it's a learning experience, and if we come back to this track next season, they might iRacing might have a better setup for it.
Well, next season we'll have the 2023 version of it too. That's the thing, they
That's
keep
true.
updating the track, because they keep changing it year to year, considering it's new dirt every year, because they remove it after all the racing's done, because it's about a month of racing in Bristol dirt, and then
Yep.
they change it back over to asphalt. So every year the track changes as well. It's one of those things where it's gonna get better and better, yes, but it's gonna be harder and harder with the cars. Like, my thing is that rear wheel spin wasn't getting me to the point where I wanted it to get to. Because
Right.
with dirt cars, like when I run the Pro Late models there, I want to get that slide, but I want to keep the wheel as straight as possible. With the Cup cars, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can when we ride on board, you see a lot of these guys, kind of what I call chopping the block.
And that's pretty much what it is. And the cars are just, they're built for asphalt, and that's just how they were. Like, I even say sometimes that I don't think NASCAR really should have brought a Cup Series race to a dirt track, but I understand why they did it. They wanted to bring in new fans, and it's understandable, and I agree with NASCAR 100% for the new fans, because it is a dying sport, sadly. But with everybody trying to bring it back, Dale Jr. is working on getting North Wilkesboro back up, which is a cool sort of plan, but I don't know when that's going to really happen.
And a quick update for the viewers watching the race. We just witnessed the number 45 of Darren, our second heat, or our heat number 2 winner, spun coming out of 4, hit that inside wall, and now he's all the way back to 7th place. So like you said, it's just very different with Cup cars on it.
It really is. It's definitely a harder track to get used to. Like, with the other cars, the way I see it, I've run the Pro Late models, I've run the 360s here. Yes, they are similar, but they're not the same.
Right.
It's one of those things where you want to get loose, but you can't, basically.
Right.
And, I mean, you can get loose, but it's hard to hold, is basically what I'm getting at.
Oh,
But,
no, that makes perfect sense.
You know what? Although I'll let you go though, considering you're kind of busy. So
Hey, no, you're good, man. It's nice to be able to talk to the drivers, about the track and the conditions, and people do watch these broadcasts that have never touched iRacing. So, is the best detailed information I can give them. I love that.
well,
So I
I'll
appreciate
tell you
that.
one thing. I'll be back for Texas, and I'm coming back with a vengeance. So
All right,
watch it
sounds
for me
great.
Friday night.
We'll do. Good luck for the rest of the season, Robert.
I'll do my best. That's for damn sure. All right, later, man.
Thanks, man. See ya. And that was Robert King, driver of that number 5 Chevrolet. Unfortunately, he retired early because he just couldn't get a handle the car the way he wanted it to, and he didn't want to mess up the race for everybody else. So, that right there is big sportsmanship, and I've had to do the same thing in some circumstances. Some of these races do get difficult, and you don't, like he said, want to mess it up for everybody else. But we're approaching lap 30 here at Bristol Motor Speedway. I'm going to call it Dirt Edition, for a lack of a better term. This is the High Octane Sim Series All-Star Race here at Bristol. It's their race to kind of... they just finished their regular season last week. So this week's the All-Star, and then next week it looks like their first race in the playoffs is going to be at Texas. This green flag is back in the air. I really like these shots right here because, oh, sounds like somebody got into the wall. At 48 keeps just smacking it. And now that 45 is really going to have to work. Oh, and the 48 hard into that inside wall. He does escape the car as soon as possible. He doesn't want to force another caution. Green flag still in the air. We're going to do a quick, something I like to do on some of these tracks. Actually, I need to fix something really quick for you guys in order to do this. We're going to do a crank it up 10-4 broadcasting style here at Bristol Motor Speedway. So we're going to do the sights and sound of Bristol right here on 10-4 broadcasting.
Caution, yellow flag.
And we were riding on board when that caution came out. Actually, Darren spun again. He had worked his way, let's see, up to sixth. So now he is looking from the outside in again in that number 45. Batby still your race leader right now in that number 89. Hometown of Palm Bay, Florida. Second place is Nick Schnell in that number 50 Black Rifle. And then Zach is in third. Nick right now heading down pit road in that number 22 Manscaped. We're about 8 laps away from halfway here. 5th caution of the race. At halfway, we will definitely be checking in. Probably the next caution we'll be checking in with drivers. Nick is down and away. Actually, let's go ahead and check in with, we're going to check in with, we're going to go with Snell. Hey, Nick, it's Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. So, kind of take me through, how do you strategize for a race like this? You know, no points are on the line. I mean, bonus points are technically on the line. And if a driver wasn't in the playoffs, they could lock that in. How do you approach this race different from a regular season race?
For me, I just want to keep it off everybody, keep it off the wall for sure, because it seems to suck everybody in, and just be there at the end. Batby seems like he's got it figured out, so I got to do a little something, or maybe if he steps on it, I can capitalize on it. But right now, it's just keeping it under and not spinning out.
Well, you know, I actually, you know, thought that Darren was going to be able to stay up there and contend with Batby, and he spun. So all it's going to take is a driver to make that mistake of kind of tagging that wall and getting stuck on it, for lack of a better term, and then you can be right there in that P1 position.
Yes, sir.
Well, good luck coming up on halfway, about 6 laps away from halfway. Good luck the rest of the race. And while we got you on here, anybody want to give a shout out to?
I just want to give a shout out to the Milsim and you guys for broadcasting, and see if we can keep up here.
Sounds great. Well, good luck tonight, or today.
Yes, sir. See
I
you
don't know
later.
what it is. I can't stop saying tonight.
I get it.
That was Nick Schnell in that number 50 black rifle paint job. I like that. That's a nice paint job. As drivers are lined up, ready to go. Green flag back in the air. Oh, and the 50 gets into the wall. Everybody else is going to be able to jump and get under him. He just talked about keeping it off the wall, but now he takes both positions back that he lost. Oh, but back into the wall. Battle back here for 2nd through 5th. Side by side. Double action here. And number 99 is going to clear the 50. Now the 22 is working on the 50. And he is, unfortunately, just keeps getting stuck in that wall because he's trying to make sure he doesn't get into any other drivers. As now the 45 is working on him. This is some really tight racing right now. Oh, and they touch the 50, gets into the 45 just a little bit. Pushes him up the racetrack, able to keep it together. Man, big battle for 4th and 5th right now. Now they've caught Nick and then number 22. Now they're going to be battling him for 3rd. The 45 is finally going to get around that 50, clear him into turn 3 and 4. And now he's going to set his eyes on that number 22 of Nick Alford. Wow, oh man, and around goes the 99. He was really checked up trying to save his stuff, and it looks like Nick got into the back of him on accident. And we're officially halfway through this one. See if we can't get a word with, well, first we're going to go back and take a look at what happened here. So you see he's heading off into turn 3 and 4. And number 99 is, and he's doing a great job. Checks up just a little bit too much right here. He is dead sideways, and Nick is coming up real fast. Just tags him in that back portion of his car, takes the whole back end off the car. 99 tries to save it, and unfortunately, end result, he's not able to. Hits that inside wall, spins him around. And that's going to bring out our 6th caution of the race. Right now, Matthew Batby is your current leader. It's also the winner for heat number 1. Stage break. Let's bring in Matthew. Hey, Matthew, Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yep, gotcha.
Hey, man. Once again, making it look easy. I don't know what you're doing out there, but you just you have the cleanest car. You've been able to keep it off of others and the wall for the most part. You know, halfway through this one, what's the rest of the race look like for you?
Hopefully staying out front and pulling out to a 4-second lead like I have been, and stretching it out and go get the win.
Well, that's great. I actually just noticed where you're from, Palm Bay, Florida. Actually know that place very well. Good luck the rest of the race, and hopefully we'll get to talk to you in Victory Lane.
I sure hope so. See you there.
I lost this card. Hold on. There we go. That was Matthew Batby in that number 89, current leader right now. Cleanest car on the track. But that 45 is coming. He has been very strong all race. He only he got into an accident and it spun him around and unfortunately dropped him all the way back to the back of the field. But that 45 car is coming back up to the front, all the way up to third place right now in that number 45. And I believe he has used his fast repair already because his second wreck, I think, really did him in, so he went ahead and used that fast repair. And right now, Nick Alford in second. Pace truck is off. Green flag back in the air. And the restarts that Babby is able to put together just really sets the tone for the start of these. You see these guys coming through turns 1 and 2. Number 22 has a great run over third place at number 50 of Snell. Spoke to him just a little bit ago. F45 is all over that 50. Big battle back here between these two. F45 is going to want to get around him as soon as possible so he can make his way towards the leader. As you see, he tries to dig down real deep. Tries to get a good run off the center of the corner. Not able to do it. That 50 is able to hold that outside line really well. Up really high, though. That 50 is going to pay for it. The 45 goes around that 50 car. And he's going to pay the price for getting up there in those, I don't know what you call them at a dirt track, but I call them marbles on an oval. So we're going to stick with marbles. Dirt clobs. And the 45 gets up there into the nitty gritty. So a lot of these guys, the 25, trying to keep it under control down there. Lap 60 is in the books here at the Bristol. Nick and Batby are able to drive away right now. Batby has a 2.2 second lead over second place, as he's going to continue to try and extend that lead over Nick. Batby running 19-second lap time still. Only driver to do so. And, of course, when I say it, he drops into the 20.0s. But still the fastest car on the track. Second is Nick in that number 22. in the low 20s as well. And then after that, all the drivers drop off into 21s. Batby's going to do everything he can to keep his distance between him and second place and not make any mistakes, because any mistake made can be costly. Just ask the 45. Now come over, drivers dive into the 20s, getting their rhythm back. Doing a great job managing this race, keeping his distance. Now, Nick was almost a little bit faster that time by than Batby. We'll see how the scoring loop is this time. Batby runs a 20.50, and Nick's going to run a 20.51. So Nick is changing it up, being able to figure this track out a little bit. In Heat 2, he started catching the leaders because he changed his lineup. So I think maybe that's what he's doing here. You can hear he's much more on the throttle than these other guys. Right now, only 0.30 separates first and second place's lap time. Nick keeps getting faster.
Caution, yellow flag.
Caution flag is out. Looks like it might be from the number 25. We'll go back and take a look and see what happened there. Oh, just gets in there too hot into turn 1 and 2. Oh, and he collects second place of Nick. That is not what Nick wanted. Let's go back and see if we can get a word with Nick. Hey, Nick, Tim up in the booth. Did you get much damage from that?
Well, I had damage already, but I'm going to go ahead and come in, take care of the damage real quick.
Has the track changed? Oh, it looks like a couple of people ran into him. The 50. Oh, man, big mess. So I'm watching the replay as I'm talking to you. Looks like the 50 got into him, the 99. So a lot of people got collected in that one after the fact. But has anything really changed from the heat race to this race in driving, in the way you got to drive this one?
Not really. It's getting a little more slick up in the middle, but that's expected. I'm really liking the middle and kind of on the low end of it. I feel like I'm a little bit faster down there, but yeah, it's changed a little bit. Not too much.
I was gonna say I feel like your line, riding on board with you, you're able to stick into the gas longer than these other guys, and I think that's gonna prove to be a big difference towards the end of this race, because watching the oh man, my brain just stopped working. The 89 of Batby and you, he's kind of running that higher line, like right on the edge of the track surface, but he's not in the gas as long as you. So his lap times are kind of teeter-tottering, while I was watching yours just to improvingly get a little bit faster each time by. So
that's definitely good to know.
Oh, whoops! I may have given.
No, it's just telling me I'm doing a better job than I thought I was.
Yeah. No, I was watching your lap times, and at one point you got it down to about, between your all's lap times, 0.01 was the difference in lap times from him running the high and you running that kind of middle to lower line. So.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
There you go. It's
awesome.
That's your crew chief tip of the day.
There you go.
But well, good luck. Looks going to have about 27 lap-ish to go. Good luck the rest of your race, and just keep it up.
All right, thanks, sir.
That was Nick Alford in that number 22. We were just talking to him. Went in to get some of that damage fixed after that caution. I don't think I've ever brought in a racer and boosted their confidence so much. But man, you know, able to stay on the throttle as long as you can in this race is honestly the name of the game, because the longer you stay in that throttle, your car kind of just gets into this groove of staying at that RPMs that you're used to. When you start letting off too much, getting back into it too much, there's a lot of room for error there. But if you can keep your gas pedal at a consistent pace with you mentally, it kind of just changes the whole game per se. As we come down here to the green flag, lap 74 underway, and that 45 gets a great jump heading into one inside of Batby, but Batby able to go right back by. And 45 was up here contending earlier, and now you see Nick has made it around Zach and back up to third. Oh, and the 45 hard on the outside wall. Going to stay up there so the 22 can get around, and now the 22 is going to set his eyes on that leader of Batby. And now, oh, what a great run by that 22. Look at that, digging deep there coming off the corner. Really closed the gap. Got a great battle here for the lead. Drifts up a little bit higher than he's used to or where he wants to be. But, I mean, within the last lap, Batby ran a 21.68. Meanwhile, Alfred ran a 20.8, almost a whole second faster than the leader. And this time by, Batby's going to bring it back up and get down to 20.48. But these guys are giving it all they can. 24 laps to go here at Bristol. And right now looking at the previous things, Alfred doesn't have a win on the season. He's got 3 top 5s, 4 top 10s. Meanwhile, looking at 45, he is also locked in. 4 top 5s, 7 top 10s. So these guys are just really trying to kind of carry the momentum over into the playoffs. Showing up here tonight at Bristol kind of gives you, you know, it just keeps your mind in the game mentally, keeps you constantly pushing further and further each week. But, man, 20 laps to go here. And right now, Batby's about a second faster than everybody else on the track. He just, he's laying it down now. You see coming off, he's almost, well, looks like something happened with Zach. Well, looks like he was able to bring it back. As the leader is now catching him. Oh, looks like Darren is around. That's going to probably cause a caution right here. 45 is down and around. No caution. Green flag still in the air. It looks like he was off the races just enough. And this is where things are going to get dicey for the leader. He's catching lap traffic. He's going to have to be careful not to get involved in any of their wrecks. As you see, these guys are just really pushing the envelope. 25 up there close to that wall. 89 close to that wall. So right now there's only, I want to say, 4 drivers on the lead lap. And the leader is currently tracking them down to get around them. Yellow flag is out. Looks like it was for possibly Ian. Gonna go back and take a look. Oh, yep. Unfortunately, just tags that inside wall. Yeah, he just wasn't able to get it to, hard into that inside barrier. Missing the whole hood on that baby. But now 15 to go. Woo, it's going to be a good shootout. I'm telling you. Second stage break. I like that. Man, this is 8th caution here tonight. Let's see if we can't talk to a driver we haven't talked to here tonight. We'll talk to Zach sitting in 5th place. Where is he? There he is. Hey, Zach, it's Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Hey, man. First off, your car looks like it's been in a war zone. The whole front end is missing. But that's besides the point, because guess what? It's Bristol, and your car could look like it's been flipped over 5 times, and you still win this thing.
Well, I think we need a little more luck than just lack of aero necessity here.
Hey, in my book, I do not. Anything is possible. Just absolutely anything is possible to win a race, especially on the dirt.
Goal number 1 coming in this, my lack of dirt experience, lack of experience in the next-gen cars, is I'm surviving to the checkered flag. Seeing that checkered flag is a W for me, so that'll work.
Hey, and you're smart. You waited to use your reset until right now with about 10 laps to go. That's perfect.
Oh, you noticed that?
Yes, I did. I was watching it. I was like, hey, I just saw that. Yeah. But kind of, you talk about your lack of experience on dirt and next gen. What's it been like putting both of those together for you?
I can't seem to get the car tight enough. I knew these next gens weren't going to have any kind of side force to begin with. Even if we were on pavement, you come here where it's going to want to go sideways, and I can't tighten it up enough, and I'm just holding on.
Gotcha. Well, hats off to you, because instead of not coming, you showed up and wanted to get the experience and get the knowledge, and I think that says a lot. But for you, since you didn't have a lot of experience with the next gen or this track, how much practicing did you do for this race?
Honestly, the hour
Okay.
that was allotted, and I think the track fall off with the dirt is an adjustment for me because I mostly run pavement. So it's been a learning experience, a good one. So if we ever come here again, might be in a better position.
Awesome. Well, good luck the rest of the race. Currently sitting P5, and hopefully you can get maybe a couple more positions out of it.
All right, appreciate it.
Good luck.
Green, green, green.
Green flag is back in the air. We're just talking to that number 99. Going 3 wide here, close with that 50. Back up front, seeing how close this battle is. 10 laps to go. The 89 of Batby is currently leading Nick Alford in second, trying to hunt him down. Oh, and he clips the outside wall. Slams it. Now the 99 comes in, slams him in the door, but doesn't spin him, spins himself around. And that's going to be caution number 9. Man. That is, he just got that fast repair. That's not what he wanted to have happen. Gets into a couple of guys. Comes down here, comes in real hot. Real hot. Slams right into the 22. Luckily, the 22 was able to keep it going. No harm, no foul there. But the 50 got into the side of 99. And that's what's brought out our next caution. 8 laps to go here. at Bristol. And these guys are going to be probably set up for... That's sad. I don't know who this Fade 9 is in the chat, but that's great. Bring me some donuts if you got any extra, by the way. Looks like imagine we'll go back green here at about with 4 laps to go, I'll say. You know, this is a challenging track, you know, especially if you aren't used to running dirt and trying to run it with these next-gen cars. It just adds a whole nother level of just different on it. But as of right now, it looks like whoever wins this thing is going to be the one that locks in those 10 extra bonus points heading into the playoffs. I'm sorry, I'm all out. Man, you can't be talking about donuts and then not sharing. Gosh. Matthew Batby right now. Just waiting for the green flag to come back out. Pace truck lights are not off yet. Looks like I was wrong because right now we're going to come across the line with 4 laps to go. Truck lights are off, so we're going to go back green. It's going to be 3 laps to go here at Bristol. I expect donuts for the next broadcast, which is tomorrow. Pace truck is off. Green flag is in the air.
Green, green, green.
Great start for that 89. 45 trying to get it inside of the 22. It's going to be the battle for second place. And that's going to allow the leader to pull away if those guys keep battling. Now Nick back out in front of the 45. Gets a great start. 2 laps to go this time by. Oh, and in the walls, the 89. He's going to have to keep that off the wall or else that could cause trouble for him. He's pretty much showed up and showed out this whole race. Doesn't want to mess it up now. Through turn 3 and 4. Oh, that was scary. Disconnected for a second on my screen. White flag is out. And he's having connection problems. He keeps disappearing. Now the 45 up to second place with Alfred in third. Snell in fifth. And the final time through turns 3 and 4. Off of turn 4. Checkered flag is in the air. And your winner is going to be the number 89 of Matthew Batby. Fantastic job there by that crew. Looks like the 45 is going to come home in second, the 22 in third, the 50 in fourth, 99 in fifth. And just all around great job by all these guys. And Matthew's now going to head into the playoffs 10 points ahead of everybody behind him. As he's going to tear it up now. Go ahead and bring him in. Hey, Matt, this is Tim up at the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, you were calm, collected the entire race. You bring home the W, 10 extra bonus points. But I'm going to tell Nick, I think it should be negative 10 points because you're just so good that you won't have a problem making those up.
Yeah. This race, I really thought that Darren was gonna have it, and I was surprised. So I had to come out here with 10 extra points, I guess. So yeah.
Well, that's technically win number 6 on the season. I mean, it's kind of nice that the All-Star was on a dirt track, so then you kind of you got to go back into asphalt next week at Texas.
Yeah, change of scenery for a little bit.
Now as you head off into the playoffs full force, is there anything different you do from the regular season and into the playoffs? Do you kind of drive smarter for points? Do you or do you just go in there and try to win those races and stay as far ahead of the guys as you can?
I think that's a really good question. I think for me, I'm probably gonna be trying to go for more stage points than race wins, but I definitely want to win. So probably being more aggressive for stage wins and trying to go win as many as I can.
That makes sense. Well, next week head off into Texas. Congratulations on your win here tonight. Good luck next week at Texas, and good luck into the playoffs. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
My family and all my teammates and yeah.
Awesome. Well, congratulations again, and we'll see you next week at Texas.
See you next week at Texas.
And now we're going to bring in second place finisher Darren. Man, what adversity you had to overcome to come home in second place here in the All-Star race. Kind of take me through the moment that you got in that, you spun that first time, and kind of try to take me through how you able to fight back and get back up to second.
Yeah, I mean, like I had mentioned a bunch, the track got slicker and slicker, and I mean, I don't know how that track at the start though was zero because it felt slick the whole time. It just got worse and worse throughout. But yeah, I had to slowly come back, try to adjust to the track, and then once I got by Nick because he was also having a bit of issues there at the end. I knew I had no shot at Matt. But I mean, I'll still take a second. I was fast, I think, through practice and heat too, and I mean, I just clearly had something wrong, and I just couldn't get a groove going in the main.
And it's so hard to, when you think about a racetrack like this, and with these cup cars, on the asphalt, you kind of can get in a groove, and it pretty much can stay the same. There are a few changes that happen, but with this being a dirt track, I mean, just the change is so different compared to, like you said, you're getting looser as the race was going on. So, and you could see it. You could see you guys trying to finagle these cars and keep them going. It's such a different thing to bring these cars on dirt than it is those oval asphalts.
Yeah, because I mean, I would arguably say this is one of the best tracks with the next gen car. Because I mean, to be honest, I haven't had much fun on other ones, but even then, though, yeah, like you said, it's extremely hard trying to find a certain groove that works. Because again, as this track gets slicker, people are going more and more up to the top lane, and then the top lane doesn't have any grip, and then at that point, it's just who can handle their car the best.
Who can keep it off the wall from being thrown up there by the dirt,
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, second place. I mean, you had to pass quite a few cars tonight to get back up there, and good luck next. So you're gonna head off. You are in the playoffs, right? Let me double check before
Yeah. Yes,
you
I
are.
am.
I thought so. Okay. Heading into the playoffs next week. how do you prepare yourself mentally to go out there and just hit it on all cylinders? Hit it on all cylinders.
It's mainly just kind of the practice. You have to practice a lot for these kind of races. Then Texas is an interesting one because 1 and 2 gets a bit wide, and you just kind of run your groove and hope that you stick it in. 3 and 4 is mostly full throttle, so you got to just kind of find out where that is, and especially long run.
See, it used to be my issue is since I started broadcasting, I don't race that much anymore. And my thing with Texas previously was coming out of 3 and 4, it would always bite me because I'd be full throttle and that wall just comes so fast out of 4. And maybe that's changed now.
Yeah, because again, it's got that certain tri-oval that just kind of bites you. You think you got it in the corner. I mean, especially passing. Passing's the hardest because you try to pass on that outside, you don't know whether you're going to hit the wall or you're going to manage to stick it.
Or if somebody's going to slam you into the wall.
Or that too.
Well, again, congratulations. Congratulations making it to the playoffs. And good luck next week at Texas.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thanks, Darren. Oh, wait. Was there anybody want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I guess TDR for mainly trying to get me in the playoffs. None of them were in the race tonight, but it was still a really hard fight for all of us, and I'm glad Rye made the playoffs. So we'll all have a chance at a championship, helping each other out, and hopefully we can try to catch Matthew here and beat him.
Awesome. Well, good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
That was Darren finishing P2 in that number 45. And we're going to go ahead and bring up third place finisher Nick Alford. Nick, man, you just those last couple restarts really got to you. I fully believe that your car was better off on those long runs that you guys were getting, and because you were able to stick that middle line and just keep it in the throttle. Just kind of take me through from the time we talked to the end of that race.
Let's see, man. Like, I felt good on the restarts, but Darren, he asked me for a black flag clear, and when I went to go reach, for my mouse, I kind of lost a little bit, and it was just it was more of a distraction type thing between that and then my kid coming in my office and asking me for something. I'm like, all right, dude, you're I love you, but
you're fired.
You're distracting me right now. But yeah. So,
hey, at least it wasn't a playoff race.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I think everybody had a good time. I like doing these little fun races and races that don't really have a whole bunch on the line.
Right. But those 10 points really going to help Matthew there. I told him I was going to tell you I think you should give him negative 10. Kind of give everybody else a head start.
I mean, Bappy he dominated all of the season, regular season. So that might be a thing. We might change the ruling on that a little bit. Like, all right, Bappy, you got to get negative 25 points.
I like that. That'll make things interesting, right?
Yeah.
Well, heading off into your all's playoffs, kind of how many races is the playoffs, and are there any rules during the playoffs that could shape how this thing plays out?
No, it's the same rules as the regular season.
Okay.
It's obviously no win you're in. There's no eliminations. It's just based off of literally going to be based off of points. Straight points battle for 5 races.
That's gonna be awesome. 5 races, champion will be crowned. Does the winner get anything?
We've been talking about getting a trophy or a plaque or something made for the winners for both series.
Awesome.
There's no discussion in the admin Discord.
Right. Gotcha. Well, good luck in the playoffs. I know you're locked in. It's gonna be fun to watch. I really think it's gonna be fun to watch. And you guys put on a great show every week. Even here tonight, there's a lot of great battles, and it's difficult to do at a dirt track like this with those cars. But anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, give a shout out to everybody in the league, the drivers, those that didn't make it. You guys missed a fun little exhibition race. Yeah, we're looking forward to next week.
Awesome. Well, good luck, and we'll see you next week at Texas.
All right, sir. Thank you.
And that was Nick Alford in that number 22. I want to thank everybody for tuning in here today on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Make sure you tune in Friday night, 8 p.m. They'll be racing at Texas. Just first race of the playoffs. It's going to be wild. It's going to be awesome. Make sure you tune in for High Octane Sim Series on Friday night. And before we go, just want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor, Captain Jack's Smokehouse. Make sure you check them out at CaptainJacksBarbecueSmokehouse.com. And just be prepared to be drooling over their food when you go look at it on their website. But that's all we've got here from 10-4 Broadcast.